Hello, I'm creating this video as a walkthrough of the RedDot Alert mobile application for submission to the App Store. And just before walking through the application, I'd like to provide a little bit of an overview of what the application is looking to provide. Businesses are essentially purchasing not only the RedDot Alert mobile application, but a suite of RedDot applications that we're providing them, some on web and this on mobile, with the goal of empowering their employees to be able to trigger an emergency alert with the push of a button, either from their phone using this application or from another application that we're providing them on their desktop work computer. All of the alerts that are then triggered by these employees are sent immediately to a central hub that is monitored by security personnel within that business, and those folks can respond at a moment's notice to ensure that that emergency is properly dealt with. Additionally, when an alert is triggered by any of these employees, both text and email alerts are automatically sent to the essential personnel at that company, notifying them that there is an emergency currently in progress. That list of text numbers and email addresses are managed by the hub also that we've created for our businesses that are using this application, or the suite of applications, I should say. So essentially, the application certainly is very simple, the one that we're looking at right now on mobile, but it's designed very much purposefully in that way because we hope that our users really never use our application. The only time that they will be using our application is in the case of an emergency. And in that event, we want to make sure that our application is as simplistic as possible, and they realize that it really is meant to do one task, to simply trigger an alert that will go to the necessary personnel at their company to ensure that their emergency is properly dealt with. So after purchasing the RedDot Alert suite of applications, and me as an employee is provided with the application by my company, I'll also be given a facility code, which will represent my specific area of the company. It might be a floor within a building, it might be a building in a set of buildings, but either way, I'll have a facility code that will tie me to a specific aspect of the hub and to make sure my alert goes to the right people. So I have one here that I'll just copy and paste in, and I'll click enter. The application will then ask me to give a little bit of information about myself and my device. So I'll put Adam's iPhone. I'll skip other for now. It'll ask me for my username and my phone number, which I'll put in both. And then it will also ask me for my location permission. We ask for permission to view your location because when you do trigger an alert, your exact location does get shared with the essential personnel that the alert gets shared with. So this is very important for our application. So I'll click allow. And then what the application tells me is that the configuration has been successful, and that most importantly, the next time I open my application, it will trigger an alert if it's not canceled within 15 seconds, and we'll see that momentarily. So I will go ahead and now close my RedDot application and open it back up. And as you can see, there's very few actions I can take here, but one of them is triggering an alert. And if not, the alert will be sent in 15 seconds, of which we're now almost on that timer, and I will click alert now. So now that I sent that alert, the alert is now live, and it will be sent automatically to the hub, as well as to any users via text message and via email that have been put on that list. And as you can see, I just received that email because I'm on that list. Additionally, you can see a couple small things I can do on this application here when there is a live alert. One of them is share whether or not this alert is of a medical nature or of a police-related nature. And if I click on either one of those, and I'll click on police right now, as you can see, there's a check mark there that shows that I indicated it was a police-related emergency, and that fact is also communicated with the users of the hub so that they know that this is a police-related emergency. Additionally, I can also call either of these numbers here just by clicking that phone number. That number is configurable by the users of the hub. So, certainly it could simply be 911, or it might be, a phone number within the business that they would want an emergency to be emergency number for, if necessary. Additionally, what I also have the ability to do is to add more details if I'd like. I can say, for example, anything I am in an emergency, and click send. And now that text was also sent to the users of the hub. And certainly, you can imagine what that might entail during an actual emergency. If I click on the chat icon in the top right, I'll just see some of the history of what I've done. So I've indicated police, and I've texted in an emergency. And additionally, the people of the hub can also communicate back to me via either marking the alert as received or marking the alert as resolved. So what I'll do now is on the hub, which I also have up on my desktop computer right now, I will click received. And as you can see, that received flag does come up on my screen as the mobile user, such that I know that someone on the hub has received my alert and will be attending to it as quickly as possible. Additionally, it can also be marked as resolved by a hub user. So I just triggered that on my hub as well, so you can see that resolve flag is completed as well. So that is essentially all of the activity that is done within the mobile application. Again, it is very simplistic because we hope our users are rarely using our application, and if they are, they need to be able to trigger an alert in a moment's notice, and then everything else for them in terms of communicating with the hub needs to be seamless as well. So we greatly appreciate your thoughts about our application and our submission, and looking forward to being in the App Store. Thank you very much.